Quick vocabulary lesson. During production, when a movie uses pre-existing music as a placeholder before the actual movie score is made, that placeholder music is called temp music. I mentioned very briefly in a previous video that on Last Kids on Earth, a show that I worked on, they sometimes use music from Pacific Rim, for example. Come on! And on Dogs in Space, there was a bit of Stargate. I also heard music from The Last Airbender, Mario, 1980s rock bands, and the YouTube audio library. The point is, these temp songs can come from anywhere, and sometimes I'll recognize them because I consume a lot of media, but most of the times I won't because there's just so many gosh dang songs out there. But there was this one song, okay, backing up a little. During the production of Last Kids Season 2, I was watching through the episodes, and at the end when they're running towards the roller coaster, there was a song that sounded so familiar and yet I couldn't place it. It sounded vaguely like the Immigrant song by Led Zeppelin with the vocal wailing and the hardcore bass and drums. But there weren't any lyrics, so it's not like I could just search it up and find out what song it was. I tried googling songs that sound like Immigrant song, and it came up with not the song I was looking for. I turned to my friend and coworker for help, and while she agreed that it sounded familiar, she didn't know what song it was either. I had a few options. Option 1, I could plug the song into SoundHound and see if it recognized it. The result? Nothing. I guess the sound effects and the dialogue interfered with the recognition software too much. I even downloaded a different app called Shazam to see if it would get any better results, and it didn't. Option 2, I could edit the video and separate the music from the sound effects. That will give me a cleaner audio file. But firstly, I didn't know how to do that. And secondly, that will require me to move company property off the, company property. And you know, that is a fireable offense. I wasn't about to breach my contract just for this little song, no way. Option 3, I could post the song on the internet and see if anyone recognized it. But going back on option 2, breach of contract, hello? But my friend had just shown me an episode of a podcast called Reply All, where this guy was so desperate to find a song he heard years ago that he painstakingly hired a band and recreated the song from memory. And that worked out for him eventually, so I thought, why don't I do the same thing? Why don't I recreate the song and upload it to the internet and see what the people of the world have to say? I didn't have a band, but I did have a software called MuseScore, and after some clickety-clacking, I remade the song to the best of my ability. I uploaded this file to the subreddit Name That Song. In the post, I specifically mentioned that it sounded like the Immigrant song, but that I was pretty sure it came from a movie or a show, and that unfortunately I did have to replace the vocal line with bagpipes. Anyway, I posted that and eagerly waited for results. Nobody answered. My Reddit post sat, forgotten, fading like a dust bunny in the dark, and eventually it started fading from my memory too, when I came to terms with the fact that I'll never find out what song it is. And that's okay. 2 years later, I was in our living room, my dad was watching some movie on TV, and then I heard it. It can't be. 2 ears, 2 whole ears, and finally I found this song. The song is called Take You Down by Daniel Pemberton for the movie The Man from U.N.C.L.E., a movie which I've only seen once, but I guess somehow the song just stuck in my head. And no words can explain the pure freaking elation I felt that night, except for these messages I sent to my friend. I feel accomplishment, closure, at long last. Pure joy.